won't go live until the timer goes off for me.
You ready to go today, Miss Carla?
I am, but I'm waiting for the video.
I'm definitely ready today. This was kind of spur of the moment, so we didn't have a lot of time to let anybody know we were doing this. Before we get started, a lot of these type of kind of spur of the moment talk shows will take place during the French Open. We try to do a show every single day during the French Open because of our teaching schedule, out teaching lessons. Sometimes we just have to do it flying by the seat of our pants, right? But we have a good time doing it nonetheless.
Seat of my pants. That's a pretty woman. She says sometimes I'm a kind of fly by the seat of my pants gal.
Yeah.
That's what she says.
Yeah. So some input on that. What do I mean? A lot of times we do them spur of the moment. No one knows, and they can't take time out of their day to chat with us live. So a lot of times during majors, we will do them recorded and then get involved in comments. But let us know if you have a better idea. Maybe we could set one specific time in the evening, you know, later on in the evening, U.S., like United States Central Standard Time, and do it that way.
What's up, Gene? What's up, Alex?
What's up, bro? I think we're just about to get going, though, right?
Yes.
All right, so we're at 5 or at 2?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What's up, Lori? Oh my gosh, she finally caught up. She's like, darn, I never
Let's
catch
go.
the live shows. What's up, Lori? How are you? Keeping cool? It's very hot today.
It's been hot. I got a tan line already. Okay, so again, during the French Open, we're going to do a lot of these shows spur the moment, so you may not be aware when the live ones start, but you can always catch it later, all right? Ready to go?
Yep.
Lock in. Boom.
What's wrong, Gene? You said you're not doing good today.
What's up, Gene?
Yeah.
Find out why. All right, hello and welcome back to another 5K tennis discussion. If we do cut out, in other words, if we stop streaming this live video and we can't restart it, just refresh our channel's homepage and we will create a part 2. It's not really an us issue, it's more like our internet on this island in which we live. Don't forget to hit the like button and especially the subscribe button. We are giving away $250 cash or a new tennis racket, a lot of cash, a lot of prizes, and the only qualification to attain those is by hitting the subscribe button. If you are interested in playing the competitions for those prizes and for that cash, make sure you check out on a separate playlist the 2021 French Open Roland Garros Fantasy Team and Tennis Racket Giveaway Competition, and all the rules will be there. All right?
What's up, Adam Gardia?
Let's go.
What's your name?
The first bet of the French Open, and this bet was something we talked about last show. I prophesized that Roger Federer would never win another major. And I asked anyone out there if they wanted 10-1 odds. In other words, if someone took the bet, they only had to put up $10 US. And if Roger Federer won another major by the time he retired, then I would pay $100 in return. So this guy 1000 took the bet. So this guy 1000 is in South Africa. What's up? Gene Swartz there as well, and so is the owner of Tech Strings, Igor Savage. Much love, my boy. Much love.
He had a birthday, I think, a few days ago too.
And we have another birthday we missed.
Yeah.
We have another birthday we missed. But this guy 1000 took the bet. So if Roger Federer retires and has not won another major, he owes me $10. If Roger Federer wins another major before he retires, I owe him $100.
I hope he wins.
Bet's in the books. Let's
I
go.
hope he wins. I really do. I'm hoping Roger Federer shocks the whole world, wins the slam, and then retires. That would be great for him.
Love the bet. As well, this guy 1000 won our prize giveaway 2 shows ago. He decided to get the $20 cash. We sent him that cash. How did he even win that? How did he take our money?
It was
again?
the best comment of the show.
Oh, he translated Swiatek.
Yes.
I said it right. Let's go. I just said Swiatek. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever say her name. I'll just say Ego. Easier for me.
I just said Swiatek.
Much easier for
And
me.
I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
So that means it's conditioned.
Yeah.
All right, we owe that to this guy 1000. We sent him the $20 US already. Last show, Flor Amor in the Philippines. What's up, my lady? She won the $20 last show, but she is so confident about her fantasy team selections and her match predictions for the $250. She said, just roll it over.
No, just give it. She said, roll it over to the winner. To the winner.
No, she said, roll it over.
To the winner.
To who?
Whoever wins the fantasy team.
Just give it to them?
Yeah, that's what she said.
Oh, I thought she was so confident. She
No,
was like,
she said,
keep my money, I'm going to win more.
She said, give it to the winner of the fantasy. Add it on to their thing.
Are you sure?
We can go back, Florimore, if you're watching the show, and I'll contact her, but that's what she said.
Clarify that, because the way I read her comment was like, look, roll my money over, that's my pot, and I'm going to win more. That's how I understood it. But if you understood it like she's giving it away.
No, she said just give it to the winner of the fantasy. Add it on to their amount, whatever amount.
That's a noble thing. She is a very noble person.
Yes,
right?
Michael Walker, Venus Williams lost once again, and we'll talk about her.
Let's go, Mike Walker.
Are you really shocked that she lost?
Let's go, Mike Walker. All right, we're going to start real quickly with a shout out to Novak Djokovic, believe it or not. Mm-hmm. The last show we did was 5 days ago, and it was his birthday 2 days ago. So happy 34th birthday.
34th birthday. He looks good for the, well, I can't say that because I heard in the show today, hey, you look good for being your age. You know, that's, and someone asked, is that a compliment or is that a diss?
That was on the Dan Patrick show.
Yeah, and I think it's a diss. Like when someone says, you look good for 40, well, you're dissing me. You can just say, you look good.
Yeah, so how do you think about that? So if someone comes up to you and says, hey, you look really good for your age, is that a compliment or is it more like you're old but you still look good? How do you think about that?
I think you just should tell the person, hey, you look good, and that's it. Leave it at that. You know, how do we know what a 40-year-old, 50-year-old, 60-year-old, 70-year-old is supposed to look? Novak Djokovic is 34, still looks strong, so he looks good.
Hey, Carla, you're hot for your age. Okay, all right. So real quickly, we're gonna give a happy birthday to Novak Djokovic. We'll go ahead and sing happy birthday to Novak. Are you ready? Happy birthday to you. I'm solo? I'm solo?
Okay, fine.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Novak. Happy birthday to you. Let's go, usually style.
Let me throw my racket too.
No, boom, let's get down.
No, happy birthday to him. 34, great
Bravo.
age. That's still a great age to play tennis.
You think?
Pro tennis.
Heck
At his level, 34. I wish I can go back to 34.
What about Phil Mickelson, the golfer that just won the PGA Championship at 50?
Yeah. And someone said he looks good for his age. I'm like, what?
All right.
Yeah, good for him. Which Michael Walker, I think you're on right now. You said, you know, it's tough to win at an older age, but I think you probably meant it in tennis. But you know, here we have Tom Brady in his 40s. We have Mickelson, right, in his 50s.
No,
Phil
Mickelson. She always laughed at me for watching golf until yesterday.
I still thought it was kind of. I still find it funny because I'm watching every play that he had, and the guys are like, yeah. I'm like, how can you get excited about that? It's hard for me to get excited.
You have to be in the context.
But they're acting like the guy just won a wrestling match like he hit an awesome shot.
But he did. She doesn't get the context of it. She doesn't get in this context that there is a whole lot of life dedication to practice and to fight in competition. So she thinks from a more rapid reaction.
Sing it in Serbian? No, I can't.
I wish I could.
Yeah.
Look,
Michael Walker says golf isn't a sport that takes athletic ability.
Yes and no. It takes, okay, if you look at PGA golfers, say 25 years ago plus, and Michael Walker knows, he's our age. Mm-hmm. So, you know, you look, say, John Daly when, you know, he was in his prime, even though he looks just as awful now, but nonetheless, the golfers are different now. They're a little bit younger from a median perspective. They're stronger. They're more fit. And for Phil Mickelson to come in at 50 and keep up with the McIlroys, the Koepkas, it's a really big accomplishment. The mind is more zoned in than it is the body in a sense in terms of physicality. But Phil Mickelson hit a drive that was 376 yards. I mean, that's like throwing like throwing a fastball.
I think you need athletic ability. I just can't get excited about it right now.
Yeah.
Maybe when I'm 60, I'll get excited about golf. Who knows? But today I saw a gentleman playing tennis. I'm guessing he was like
75.
70, yeah, late 70s. And it was impressive. He was playing with his daughter today while we were doing the lesson. And the guy had a serve and he could slice and had a forehand and he was out there in the heat doing really well.
Yeah. By the way, before we talk about our first topic, I mentioned to everyone that I received three 2007 model Babolat Aero Pro drives, same racket Nadal played with, strung the same way with Pro Hurricane Tour in 2007, and I am going to be putting one up for the tennis racket giveaway. Value on this, you can go to eBay and find them in pretty rough condition. They're getting still about $200, $150, something like that, and these are like new. And I will put one of these up in case you win the tennis racket / $250 cash giveaway. So I said last time, maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't. It's on the table.
What's up, Brian? You're watching us from your office.
Let's go.
Make sure they don't see you doing that at work.
Yeah. Brian is.
Ryan.
I know.
Brian. He named you Brian now.
Ryan is busy teaching our youth, and he's watching this show. Let's go. All right, topic number one. Is that the
Rafa racket? Yes.
Yeah.
That is the Rafa racket.
All right, topic number one. This will be just a brief, fun one. If anyone has heard that Venus Williams, one of my favorite players of all time, in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best, grass court player that I've ever had the opportunity to watch, and Reilly Opelka are considered to be dating.
I think that's cool.
They're a couple.
I think that's great. Great for her. Apparently she likes young guys. Nothing wrong with that. You know, she's my age, 41.
You look pretty good for your age.
Thanks. If she's happy, why not? If that's, you know, if Opelka's happy, hey, maybe he likes the older woman. That's okay. My mom's married to someone younger than me. So, I mean, if it works out for you, great.
Is age just a number? Is age just a number? I'm 43, but I think mentally I still feel 17. I think from the body perspective, I think I feel like maybe 32. But 43, I see people that I know 43, and I like to feel like I'm younger.
I think I could do a lot. I think I could run better. I can last longer on a tennis court than most teenagers can.
As well.
Just saying, I get to the ball faster than most of them do, so I feel good. And I mean, good for her. Is it true? We've seen them playing in the same outfits together, training on the same court.
Yes, we did, yeah.
Yeah, sending each other hearts. So I say, hey, kudos to them.
So
I love it. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect Opelka and Venus. That one shocked me when he first showed me. I was like, what?
Well, we can rest assured one thing: they will have very tall children. I mean that in all fun and games.
Yeah.
Question number one.
Sister to Queen said, I don't believe this. Venus and Opelka news? La la.
Yeah. So we've said this story 1,000 times, but Carla and I met through the game of tennis. I was a certified coach. She was trying to get her.
I met him on social media. That's the truth.
Well, you were looking for
tennis, yeah.
I was doing it. I was a certified coach. She was trying to do it, and she was trying to find someone on social media that lived near her to help her through to get her tennis credentials in terms of a coach. She was already a fantastic player. Anyway, we met that way. The rest is history. And because we are a tennis couple, we teach together. We teach together 7 days a week, and we have a great time. So how does this relate to Reilly Opelka and Venus Williams? When there's actually love in the air and you are both doing the thing that hopefully you are both passionate about, watch out. They call that power couple, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know too many power couples, though, in tennis in terms of overall success. I guess you could say Agassi and Graf because they have the academy in Vegas, and I think it's doing relatively well. Sister the Queen's out there. She probably knows better than I. But I don't think I would call Monfils and Svitolina a power couple yet. Who are some really successful tennis couples that actually went through the thick of it and still grinding it out to this very day?
Well, you got Federer.
Federer and Mirka. There you go.
They're tennis players. I heard that. Doesn't Djokovic's wife know how to play? I heard that she plays.
Yeah, Djokovic's wife could be, but again, I mean like two pros, two players, two coaches that have done it together. And it's their passion to share.
I think the biggest couple you just said is Steffi Graf, Agassi. It doesn't get bigger than that. I don't recall another big name.
How about other sports? Michael Walker out there. How about anyone from the vintage years? You know, he's like a walking encyclopedia. Mm-hmm. So vintage year tennis player power couples that actually bled the game together, stayed with it together, coach it together, and still have passion for it together. How about in other sports?
Tomljanovic and Berrettini. Gene says Tomljanovic. I don't know that they're a power couple.
Yeah,
I don't consider Monfils and Elena more of a power couple than they are.
Yeah, they would have to marry. I'm talking like the longevity, like Mirka and Roger. Do you see what like Agassi and Graf? How about other sports? Is there any cross sports couples like marathon runners, basketball players, because you have WNBA.
They all got divorced in vintage year.
Yes.
I mean, you got Aaron Rodgers right now with
Man, he was with Danica Patrick
that's
one
his
year.
fiance.
No, they split up. He's engaged to somebody else.
No way.
Yeah, she's way out in left field over here. Talking about Danica. They split up a long time ago.
No way.
Yeah, your boy.
My boy. That's not my boy.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway. But who are some other power couples?
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's that's why he wants to leave.
Look, man, that's Hollywood. They move on that quick. Boom, boom.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
Ebert and Nicholas, Greg Nicholas, the golfer, Nicholas, right?
Are they
golfer?
But they're not still married now.
No, he said they got divorced.
But I'm talking about it's like Carla and I I don't think we rarely have a bad day teaching. It's generally
usually we do get on each other's nerves at times.
Sometimes,
but we just walk it off and whatever.
Yeah, just walk off.
Yeah, it's part of it.
Walk down the street and come
it's
right
part
back.
of life. I mean, you can't tell me that you never get mad at anyone in life.
All right, question here. I think this question more pertains to Reilly Opelka. For Reilly Opelka, being a 7-foot player. He's super tall. He's got a cannon serve. We all know that. Carla and I always give a hard time to the big 7-foot, 6'10" players. Name them: Isner, Karlovic, Opelka, blah 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 blah. Anyway, does Venus Williams help Reilly Opelka with his big serve and his chances to win something like maybe even this French Open, but more so Wimbledon? Big servers have a chance on grass.
Yes.
Okay. If they're serving at 80%, 85% first serve percentage, and still making a very respectable second serve percentage, mid 75, 78%. Look, if Reilly Opelka can roll into Wimbledon right now at his current level, granted he's just a serve plus one guy or just a serve guy. He's not going to have 30-shot rallies with you and win them, right? But what I'm asking you is, and who said this? Was it Ying Hao Court, okay? He seems to think that Reilly Opelka is going to win the French Open. Do you agree with Ying Hao Court?
No.
I don't agree either.
No.
But what I'm asking you is, can Venus Williams help him
mentally?
Mentally?
Maybe mature, because she's with a mature woman, and they've been through a lot of stuff in their life. So
man, you're getting all on the covers, man.
I'm laughing.
What are you doing, man?
I'm laughing because Michael Walker said Whitney and Bobby Brown were a power couple.
Oh,
and then he said J-Lo and many men.
Yeah.
And I can't stop laughing.
Yeah.
He just said J-Lo and many men.
Hey, Michael Walker, let me ask you a question, bro. Let me ask Michael Walker a question. So one of J-Lo's men was A-Rod, right? Alex Rodriguez, right? So I saw a homeboy the other day.
Wear makeup.
No, he just signed on like a multi-million-dollar deal to proliferate makeup for men. So I saw a commercial and like A-Rod is like in the mirror with blush.
Oh, that's so
I mean,
that's so Dominican though.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on that, Michael Walker?
That was shocking from him. By the way, Lori said she may wear him out.
Who?
Venus.
She could, yeah.
Oh,
she could. She would have some hair, She got the log, man. Alrighty. It's not PG in here anymore. We have left G. We have gone to PG. That's why, like on YouTube, when we download these videos, it says, do you want to enable monetization? And is it eligible to be watched by kids? And I'm like, no.
No. Yeah.
Like, nah.
No. I see a lot of comments here. We're going to talk about all those people withdrawing. And yes, I did see the 16-year-old play. He looks like Sandra, by the way.
All right, let's squash the topic then. Great idea. Thank you for moving us forward. Thank you. Does this relationship at Opelka/Venus help Opelka moving forward? And I mean, because breakups happen relatively quickly. Hey, they may get married, they may not. But do you think it helps him right now for this French Open, this Wimbledon, and then the U.S.? Or is it just a distraction?
I know it's not a distraction. It helps him mature in life. I don't know that it's going to help his tennis game, but at least he'll be happy because he always looks like Bull Bunyan, and he always looks like he's grouchy. So maybe this will make him smile. Maybe he'll shave like my husband did.
I shaved. Let's go.
And maybe he'll look better.
My kids say I looked old, and then I shaved, and they were like, "Wow, okay." Anyway.
Adam asked, "What do you guys think of Kvitova's chances to to watch another Grand Slam Wimbledon seems possible this year. To reach another.
Yeah.
She always has a great chance.
I love Kvitova.
She always has a great chance, so we'll see.
She could win it. Right now, who are your top 5 favorites for Wimbledon? Osaka, Serena. I'll throw Kvitova on there. You could throw Sabalenka with her big game.
I'll throw like a Muguruza in there.
I'm not going to take Muguruza for this Wimbledon.
She won it before. I'll even throw an Andreescu there. I think her game suits.
No, too rusty.
She's playing right now.
Okay, but did she win?
She destroyed her opponent in the first round.
She's a hard court maestro. Grass is
like hard court now. It's not
a little lower bounce, a little lower bounce, a little bit faster.
Grass is not. She knows how to slice. She knows how to drop shot. She knows how to work the game. You need variety in grass as well as a hard hitting serve, which I think Andreescu has. I think it suits her game, just like it suits Osaka's game, just like it suits Serena's game, just like it suits. You need a 1-2 punch in that surface.
I agree.
And that's their game, you know.
If there is no chance I'm putting Bianca Andreescu.
Barty, that's a good one.
That's an excellent one.
That's a great one. I forgot about her. Yeah.
Okay. There's no way I am risking $250 if I'm playing on putting Andreescu on my fantasy team or putting her in the pot.
No, I'm not saying I am.
No
I'm
way.
Just saying
no way.
A pick. I would pick Andreescu on grass over Sabalenka.
Agreed. Well, I don't know. Only because of not because Sabalenka is better. You know, she's a grunt plus a wide forehand. You know, she can make one forehand that is like 7 feet wide, and there's always grunting in between. But because of being match ready, in other words, Sabalenka has been playing. And by the way,
look what happened to Shapovalov. He was playing. And that's what I told you about Barty. Remember? I said I felt like, and I said it on the show, like she's just been playing a lot.
You know, there was an old Mobb Deep song, "Survival of the fittest, only the strong survive," right? Mm-hmm. And this is a metaphor of that. Only the strong survive here. I'm not calling whoever gets injured after they're match ready. Major comes and now I'm on the sidelines. But again, you have to be match ready. Sorry, you get injured. Ask Andreescu. She's very well aware of these things, right? Mm-hmm. Now Shapovalov is very aware of them.
Maybe. She's too young.
I like that. Who said that?
Jack Nolte.
Pliskova,
Alex Couillard. Don't get me started.
I'm with Alex because I have her too.
Don't get me started about Mummy.
I'm with you, Alex. I'm with you, bro.
You think the Mummy returns?
We watched that the other night. No, look, it's not that Pliskova. Okay, let me rewind. You remember the other day we were teaching a tennis lesson, and we had a student that went and played a tournament. And the student lost in the first round, and then they came back to a practice. And the mother of the student said the only reason why she lost, quote unquote, is because she had a bad draw. Can I use that excuse for Pliskova? Can I use that bad draw?
What bad draw? She loses to anyone.
I'm kidding. There's no such thing as a bad draw. Mm-hmm. Pliskova has been without dynamics, flair for a very long time. The issue with
I should dress like her one day.
Let's name some players that can take negative energy or positive energy and turn them into positivity.
Osaka's great at that.
Osaka.
Barty.
Djokovic. Djokovic can get the crowd against him. He fires up. Medvedev.
Nadal's good at it.
Nadal can get into it, especially at Paris. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of players who can find energy within the crowd.
Andreescu does it well.
Andreescu.
I've seen her get down and then just kind of pull and get out of it.
Sampras was great at it.
Agassi was good at it too.
Boris Becker had flair when he would dive all over the court. Mm-hmm. So there's a little bit of oomph that Pliskova needs to attain, and we have said this since we started the show, 3 years ago? Mm-hmm. I like her game. I love her game. I think it's something you should try to emulate as a player. However, sometimes the player has to have that, let's go, come on, something, whether it's outwardly or inwardly in here.
Sure.
She just has lacked it. I think if she could find that, maybe she needs a Reilly Opelka in her life.
She's married.
Okay, well, he needs to step up and get
her boyfriend, her husband is cute too, so I don't know why she doesn't get fired up about that.
So you think her husband should be out there on court like, what's up? Let's get going,
He's got
girl.
the tattoos like her. I mean, he should fire her up. Maybe put a tank on and, I don't know, look sexy for her and maybe
girl.
just,
hot, man.
Yeah,
come on,
there
you
go.
You got this. Let's go. Come on, elevate. Come on, let's go. Sounds about familiar, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. All right. I forgot where we were going with that.
Grass.
We went out on left field somewhere.
Grass. Someone asked who could win in grass.
Okay. Serena, the big hitters, the big
The
1-2
big hitters,
punchers
yes.
that can do it consistently.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. On the last, I think it was like 2 shows ago or 1 show ago, I told everyone I was going to pick a random comment. Not random. We read all the comments and we try to respond to them immediately if we can. If we're teaching lessons and have students on the court, whatever, sometimes it takes a little while. But we did read all of the comments. So this comment came from Joanna Sa. Okay, Joanna Sa. And I always like to see young ladies like this come out, make noise. Maybe she didn't think it was much of a comment, but I loved it. Okay, ready for this? This comment is from Joanna Sa. She probably has no idea I'm reading it. I'm very sorry, but it was a really good comment to me, to us. So you have won. Before I read this, I will send you $20 US, $20, 20. You like that? Let's go, mamacita. Let's go, que ora.
Okay, just read your comment.
$20 US or 3 cents. 3 sets of Y-Tech strings if you were a player, and I'll send it to you immediately or whenever you watch the show, and I know you will. Okay, here's her comment, and not only is it a comment, it's a topic. Clear?
Okay.
Clear. Here we go. Joanna Sa, this one's for you. All right? Here it is. Quote, you asked who? Okay, we asked who in the last show, who could beat Nadal, right? Okay, so she says, you asked who in all caps, all capital letters. So she come to play right here. You asked who can stop Rafael Nadal in Paris.
Mm-hmm.
For me, the most probable is Rafa Nadal himself, if that happens. But I think that he should do it again. The ATP is quite predictably boring on this. The same goats in this flock. Okay, do I need to read it again? Was that pretty clear?
That was clear.
Okay, so in my mindset, I'm reading this. Yeah, he's going to win, only if he makes 27 million unforced errors during his 72,000th French Open. And yes, he's probably going to win it. And if not, it's because he picked his wedgie out and his finger got stuck in his butt. But if that does happen, then it's just another boring day on the ATP Tour. Now, that's how I interpreted it. If I'm wrong, please let me know, Joanna Sa, but I totally agree with you. Okay? Totally agree. Your butt-picking wedgie guy that bounces the ball 307. You know what? I wonder what would happen if he bounced the ball. And
He doesn't bounce the ball 370. That's no bad.
he bounces it enough.
Oh.
Okay, what would happen if Rafael Nadal was bouncing the ball at the same time he was picking out his wedgie and the ball got stuck in his butt cheeks? What would happen then?
How would that happen?
It could happen.
No.
It could happen. Think of it. Ploop, ploop, absorbed. You get me? Okay, anyway.
I just like to pick on the guy.
All right, anyway. Is Joanna Sa correct? Is Joanna Sa that the only person that's going to beat Rafael Nadal at Roland Garros is himself? In other words, a totally healthy Djokovic, a totally healthy Nadal on center court in the final, which I've told you I can assure you will happen if the draws aren't absolutely manipulated. You know, people have called me conspiracy theorist for years. 1 seed, 2 seed, 3 seed, 4 seed. If Nadal is the 3 seed, 1 seed, 2 seed, 3 seed, Nadal should face Djokovic in the semis. So if the draws aren't manipulated for marketing and views, then please do me a favor. Thank me when you see the results. If they meet in the final, the draws are manipulated. If they don't, well, okay, but the French Open will be out probably 20 million or more in television revenue.
Alrighty.
Okay, the question is she right? Can the only person that beats Rafael Nadal is himself?
Yeah.
Carla, it's your boy.
Agree.
How so?
Well, because...
That's all you got to say. Agree.
Because he's won it 13 times. It is almost impossible to beat him. We've seen many try. Team tried. Novak tried. Many have tried. So we've seen many have tried. He knows how to play on this surface very well.
So he doesn't have to do anything differently this year.
No,
he just needs to play his regular old boring, put you to sleep game, and he's going to win his 737th French Open.
I think he
Is
can.
that correct?
I don't see anyone stopping him. Who's going to stop him? There's so many. Tsitsipas had match point against him, couldn't pull it through. Shapovalov not playing, had match point against him, couldn't do it. Novak not at his best. I don't think Novak's at 100%. Really, I don't think he's, even though he's playing right now in his home Belgrade, he's playing the tournament.
Can Roger Federer stop him? That's a joke, right? Let me put my White Sox hat back on. All right, keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm surprised. I'm shocked, honestly, I'm totally shocked at this. I wrote this down. I wrote Johanna Sah's question down. And I figured that someone like you, especially you, when I mentioned your boy that's going out for his 3 millionth French Open, I thought you would bring some knowledge of, he does this and he does that. And
no one's going to beat him on this surface.
That's all you got.
Like Novak, who's going to beat him at the Australian Open? These guys live for that. That's what they do.
Okay. Look, I'm shocked.
I'm hoping this is not the cable company coming to knock on our door.
That's all you can meet him outside.
Yeah.
So anyway, we have internet issues, like we said at the beginning of the show, and sometimes it cuts out. Why don't you meet outside and tell them to give us like 15 minutes,
okay,
or something.
Okay.
So this is what I'm shocked about. So Carla and I met a long time ago when Nadal was like a boy, and she would be giddy like a kid at a playground watching him play. Anyway, Rafael Nadal hits heavy topspin high balls, right? Why doesn't anyone ever, and I get people try to do it, but they don't try consistently, and they may not practice just for this one surface and this one match, but why don't more players try to scoot in and take the ball much, much earlier, especially on the backhand side? Sometimes I watch Nadal play, and I think that the player that he is playing against has never trained solely to play a left-handed player. Carla, when we drill other students, how often when we're hitting do I always say, okay, tool number one for your toolbox is to move this player in this strategy here, and then to come there, and then expect the ball here 70% of the time, unless they are a what? Left-handed player.
Right. Okay? I like some of the comments here. Jean says,
train for the guy. Beat the damn guy.
But I think they're scared.
They shouldn't be scared, man. It's ridiculous.
They have too much. Look, just like when Novak plays the Australian Open, there's so much respect for him.
Okay, well, get over it.
Same thing with the French Open. I feel like these guys have too much respect for him. They go in there already in their mind thinking they're going to lose.
And they get tight and nervous. And and then what they trained to do didn't happen. And this is, we talk about a idea that I like to talk about. Accuracy under pressure. Is it that every time any of these, this cheesy ass next gen bullshit, is that the reason why none of these little punks have ever come up and won anything? Because their accuracy under pressure suffers when they're facing one of those guys?
I read an article where it says Zverev, the lost generation. If he doesn't start winning, he's the lost generation. Well, there's a lot of guys we can put in that category of lost. They just got thrown in the mix. But here's some comments. Jean says, anyone who will be in Medvedev's side of the draw would fancy their chances. Ryan says, I don't think anybody beats him in a best of 5 on clay. He may have to battle in a couple rounds, but in the end, he should be fine.
Yeah, I mean...
Jean says, only threats for Rafa, French Open this year, Tsitsipas and Djokovic. Alex says...
Can I ask you, don't keep reading comments. Let me ask everyone a question and put yeses or nos or whoever. If Tsitsipas right now played Novak Djokovic at a semifinal, okay? But let's say that semifinal did not have 5 matches in front of it. So let's say we took a time machine and took Tsitsipas right now, Djokovic right now, threw him in a semifinal at Roland Garros, given the situation and the context and the magnitude of the match. Who wins the match? Come on, don't tell me Tsitsipas. He hasn't won a major. Djokovic has got 18 of them. In the moment where every little nanosecond of timing and every little nano inch of space between the ball and the line means winning or losing, I think you still have to, without a doubt, say Djokovic wins. I don't know if it's tightness, I don't know if it's match readiness, but I do agree that this year, I think in my opinion, nothing more, I think the favorite is Nadal, the second favorite is Djokovic, and the third favorite is Tsitsipas. That's my thought process.
Yeah. Well, let me read some more comments. Alex Figueroa said that's why Nadal is the king of clay, because he could only lose if he is mentally affected. Jean says Tsitsipas has the self-belief at the moment. Remember, he came back from 2 sets to love against Rafa.
Okay, time here. Keep your comment there. Here, Jean, here's the issue, though. And look, there's something I firmly believe in, and I will never waver from this, and that is a man should never have 2 hands on his racket on the backhand side. Now, with that said, I get it that I'm vintage in that, but look, there's not a boy in my house that's not a tournament player except my 5-year-old, and he can already beat some 8 and 9-year-olds that has 2 hands on the racket. But the problem here on clay is this. When you're facing Rafa Nadal, and he's hitting a forehand every single time to your backhand. So the backhand to backhand pattern is relatively equal. So we're neutral if we're hitting baseline to baseline. We're neutral if we're hitting cross court to cross court. We're neutral if we're hitting forehand to forehand and backhand. We're still on a level playing field. Someone's got to change it up and do it better, or someone's in trouble. Anyway, but Rafael Nadal, on the other hand, is hitting a forehand to a one-handed backhand. And the problem is if we don't catch the ball early, especially with one hand, we end up having to chop at it, kind of slice down at it, and kind of hack it low. And if we miss that, it tends to sit up a little bit, and then the ball just gets thumped in the other direction or right back behind us. And this is the storybook of when Nadal came on the scene, why Roger Federer had so much issues and still to this very day has issues, is because the one-handed backhand is a very difficult time at a cross-court to cross-court pattern, backhand side to backhand side, but he's hitting a forehand. And until someone figures that out, he's going to win French Opens until he's, literally, he might be on one leg, hopping around on a damn pogo stick. I don't know.
I get Gene's comment that Tsitsipas has believed. He just won the Lions Open, another clay tournament. I think he beat Nori. But these guys are not Nadal. And
Nori? Are you going to even make a comparison between Nori and Nadal?
3 out of 5 sets against Nadal on clay. He's a one-handed player. He's very good on clay. I don't take that away from him, but I think he's young. I don't think that, he's going to have the stamina. Someone has mentioned before that, I think it was Michael Walker or Wayne Mchia has said, it's unbelievable that these older guys have more stamina than the young guys, I just don't see Tsitsipas beating Nadal, getting to the finals or semifinals or wherever they end up, because he's going to have to face other players, and he might go 4 sets, 5 sets. By the time he gets to Nadal, he might be tired.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
In sports, and I like to ask everybody this, what are some of the biggest feats in sports in terms of when competitors come in and they're like, oh no, I have to face this. In other words, match anxiety before it even happens. I'm sure some of the young girls playing Martina Navratilova. I'm sure some of the young girls playing Serena Williams. I don't think today, right now, girls are as petrified of Serena as they were 10 years ago.
No.
But nonetheless, Michael Jordan? People would play against Michael Jordan, they would be in awe of him just being on the floor. Maybe Steph Curry is getting to that point. I don't know. But Rafael Nadal is that guy on clay. I don't think he's really that guy to the core anywhere else. I think he's intimidating, but I don't think to the core. But he's that guy on clay. I just find it one of the hardest feats in sports. Right now, even though he's, 34? I don't know another feat in sports right now than beating Nadal on clay. Is there any? You can't tell me LeBron winning a championship. He's probably not going to even get through the Phoenix Suns. That's just my opinion. Tom Brady beating the field last year with the Buccaneers, that was a big one. How about George Foreman when he was 45 that beat Michael Moore? That was a big one. Give me some more. Phil Mickelson that just won a major at 50. That was a big feat. Give me some more.
Tom Brady, you mentioned.
Tom Brady at 43, which would be 43. Come on! Did you hear that? Give me some props on that, girl. You give me some props on that?
Anyways, Michael Walker says if Nadal comes in playing with confidence, it will take a player playing out of their mind to beat him. Jose P says a young, hungry player should just go guns blazing and take the ball early. It doesn't make sense to play conservative against Nadal in the early rounds of the French Open.
That's a beautiful comment. That's Jose P. Exactly. This is the look. If you know, why in the hell would you go out on a battlefield, right? And not at least have some type of plan, especially if you know you're going to potentially be pulverized. It's like me walking out onto a field with a knife and I got 7 tanks rolling towards me. Hey, I might want to think some guerrilla warfare tactics, dig in the trenches, go, through the trees, think about I might have to figure something out. But the question is this, how can you not attempt now to take the ball early? If you know you're playing Rafael Nadal and you're like a huge underdog, why you have nothing to lose? Why wouldn't you just take the ball early? Yeah. But everyone continues to sit 27 feet behind the back, 27 feet behind the baseline and take high backhands
It's
all
like
the time.
Justin trying to.
He just comes in and boom.
It's like Justin trying to beat me with power. It's not going to happen.
Hey,
let me finish.
no, we got something to say right now. No, what are you talking about?
Wait a minute.
No,
You don't let me finish.
You're incorrect. I just beat her the last 2 times. The last 2 times we played, I won. Both times. 2 in a row.
Wait a minute. You
2
don't
in a
let me
row.
finish.
7-6 and 6-3.
6-4. He did. By the way, he cheats on the score.
Cheat? What are you talking
I was
about?
up 3-1. He's like, no, it was 2-1.
Are you serious?
But you don't let me finish. I said it's like Justin trying to beat me with power. He's not going to beat me with power. He goes to another strategy and slices and dinks the ball, and that helps him. So even himself had to adjust how to beat Carla. Well, how to beat Rob. One set.
Two.
One set each time, and he said I was lucky. It was windy. It was anybody's win.
I was trying to make you feel
Today I
better,
kicked
Carla.
your ass. Right?
I was trying to.
Did I not kick your ass?
We
today?
played a drill.
Did I not kick your ass bad?
We
How
played
many
a
aces?
drill, Carla.
How many aces?
Like 2.
How does it feel to get aced
We
by
had
a
a
girl?
drill, Carla. It was a drill. We
How
played
does it
15
feel
yards.
to get aced by a
They
woman?
don't even care, man.
Does it?
They don't even care, Carla. They don't care. We can go back out here and solve this right now.
How does
I'll go
it feel
solve it
to
right
get
now. You want to
aced
solve it right now?
by a
You want
woman?
to solve it right now?
Does it feel good?
I'm done.
Huh?
I'm done. You lost twice in a row. And that's fact.
Let me go back to some comments. Alex Curio said maybe if Rafa was a righty, then he would be more vulnerable at the French Open.
Yes,
Yeah.
because the cross court pattern would be neutralized. When we play the game, we don't hit balls up the middle of the court. I mean, you can, but if you keep doing that, someone's gonna, pull something out of the hat and whoa. But we play patterns. One of the best way to get into it and to develop inside of a point is opening the court up a bit. Let's see who can open the court up and start capitalizing on angles. Nadal can, again, the backhand pattern is the most common pattern in all of tennis. Why? The backhand is generally the weaker shot. It shouldn't be, because if you hit a one-hander, the hitting shoulder's out front. Anyway, we play to exploit weaknesses. So generally, if you get a look at a ball, boom, I'm going to hit it to the backhand. But then the other player that's good, they're going to get to it and be like, oh shit, I'm on the run here. I better give it to their backhand. And then they give it back to my backhand. And then I recover. I'm like, oh damn, now I got to go after this backhand. I hit it back to the backhand. And before you know it, we're backhand to backhand. The problem is with Nadal on clay, especially his RPMs, his revolutions per minute on the ball, are incredible. Ooh, it like saw your hand off. If Rafael Nadal hit a forehand at me and went by my neck, it would like tear half my neck out. It hits the clay and it really gets up there. Poop, bites and gets up there on any surface, but especially on clay. And it's up here in your strike zone, up here. So you can't do much with that except kind of hack through it or heavy top spin up top, and that's difficult, right?
Yeah, Gene said, TM has come close, beating him a few times in clay, but hasn't come close at the French Open.
Yeah, it's a different animal.
Alex Rios said Chris Everett was tough on clay. Michael Walker said depends. If it's hot and humid in Paris, youth can be served in Paris.
Okay, that's a good point, because the weather does play a large part. Also, as well, some tennis players with really deep teams, and these are more of your like quasi-millionaire teams, they will have people that study wind direction and barometric pressure. In other words, like when I follow hurricanes, if you kind of watch all the stuff on our channel, I follow a lot of hurricanes. And what is the thing that when I'm out in the weather, what do I talk about? Barometric pressure. And Michael Walker's 100% right. Barometric pressure, wind, humid conditions, in other words, wet, wet air makes the ball heavier or not. Iga Swiatek, by the way, Swiatek. Iga Swiatek tends to hit the ball really well if the conditions are really heavy, right? Mm-hmm. But she tends to not play as well if it's low humidity, even on clay, and the temperatures are higher. She likes that kind of cold, wet, dank, dark condition, right?
Yeah.
But if not, she's a different player. So very good comment there.
Another comment, let's see. Ryan says, to me, the most intimidating thing about Rafa is that that when you play him, he is not going to quit no matter what the score is. He's always dangerous.
Exactly. It's another good comment.
Dushan says, we do not know anything about Nadal's stamina. He has never been tested. Last year, he did not even lose a set.
Have we found out, is that Dushan that always does the spreadsheets?
Yeah, I think that's him. Yeah.
I don't know.
It is you, Dushan, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So Dushan, I think I don't know. If I have I feel like an idiot even asking this. Fantasy teams, are you doing them? He'll know what I mean. All right. So again, moving forward though, another question: do you all think, and an honest answer, and it can just be yes or no, or elaborate, and we'll take some comments. Do you all think, without a doubt, you don't even need to think about it? Like Joanna Sa said, it's so boring to the point because I don't have to think about it. It's not challenging to my thoughts. Do you all think that Rafael Nadal wins his 21st major and his 14th French Open and surpasses Roger Federer here in just a week or two?
I think he will.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, if I were to bet, yeah, I think so. It'll be whoever beat. He's got to have a really, really, really bad day, or someone's got to be playing lights out, like when Rosal beat him.
At Wimbledon, yeah.
At Wimbledon, or I mean, just lights out, or when Soderling played him, just lights out, and that's tough to do.
Jose P said it incredibly well. Someone has to be playing out of their mind. Was it him that said that?
I think so.
Anyway.
I gotta go.
Oh, no, he said to take the ball early. And then I think someone else said hit it out of their mind. And that's those people that said that. And
TM to me doesn't have a chance this year.
I don't think he has a chance.
I don't think
either.
He'll do even well. I think he'll lose early. Tsitsipas, again, I think that he'll get far, but he'll be tired by the time he reaches a semi or a final, if he even gets that far. Casper Ruud, I'm sorry. I know a lot of you guys talk about him. I know he just won Geneva, but I'm not impressed with him at all.
So look, if I'm a draws maker, I want let's say Djokovic up top, okay? Mm-hmm. I want Nadal down bottom. I want TM up top, and I want Tsitsipas down bottom. And then I want the winners here. So I want, and now you can shift them around however you want, but if I'm a draws maker, and I get they're supposed to be random, but I would love to have Djokovic up top. I definitely want Nadal down bottom. And then I want TM either here with Djokovic in his section, and then I want Tsitsipas down here in that section. But I don't want Djokovic and Nadal in the same section, and I don't want TM and Tsitsipas in the same section. Why? Because if Djokovic loses, okay, no shock. He's gearing up for the Wimbledon US Open double. Nadal's not going to win, or not going to lose, rather. No disrespect to Djokovic, but he could. Right? I don't see Djokovic losing right now at Wimbledon or the U.S. Open. We'll see, but I don't. So the same thing that applies for Nadal here, I think applies for Djokovic there, right? Which could give him 19 and 20, respectively. It could. Okay, it could. But if both of these guys were to lose, what's the best final you would like to see? TM Tsitsipas? Does anyone disagree? Is there, right now on the clay court, is there any other final that you would like to see if you took Djokovic and Nadal out of the equation entirely? Who would you like to see in the final out of anyone out there to draw viewers?
Tsitsipas would be one.
Who's the other one? You gonna tell me Casper Ruud?
No.
No one's gonna watch. Good player. Give me another one. Think about it. And everyone's gonna continue to tell me that draws are rigged. Or not rigged, excuse me. Or not rigged. It's about marketing.
Okay, well, I'll go with Tsitsipas and Federer. Federer wins.
Are you serious?
I'm just saying. And he wins the second French Open. Disagree.
Anyway.
I'm just saying.
Look, I need a basketball.
Someone said Federer. See?
Who?
Matt Cain.
Okay, Matt Cain. I love
By the way, Matt Cain, by the way, everyone, I gotta tell you something. You know how he's always ragging on Federer? This guy here reminds me this morning. Don't forget, we gotta buy the Roger Federer hats. Don't forget.
I got one.
Keep checking. He got two.
I got two.
So he is a Federer fan.
No, look, okay. Let me tell you a story why I get the Roger Federer hat.
Tsitsipas versus Federer.
But Federer's not gonna make it.
I'm just saying, you just asked. That was a question.
Well, yes, that would be blockbuster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's in reality though. That's not reality. It's hypothetical, but it's not reality. If that happens, who said that?
Gene Schwartz.
If that happens, I'm seeing $20. But don't let your mom tear my head off. Tell mom to chill. I'm just trying to give you the money, man. I love you, though. No, but that's not going to happen. It's just not. And even Federer knows it. I read an article just the other day where he was sitting in an interview. He had his coral hat on, whatever, and he even indicated in the interview that there's no mental preparedness for him winning the French. You know what I'm saying? He's playing. He loves to be on the clay.
Zverev versus Tsitsipas. Sophie. 2727. Never seen that name before.
Who?
Zverev versus Tsitsipas.
What name?
Sophie 27.
Oh yeah, she's been up there.
Okay.
But yeah, again.
In Rome, Nadal, she says, in Rome, Nadal adjusted and drop shot against Zverev a lot. Zverev is so tall, he can handle a high ball, and Zverev hits in a real flat backhand cross court.
It's a good comment.
Wayne and Chia, what's up? So who would you like to see?
Who said that comment?
Sophie 2727.
All right.
But then he got his butt kicked.
Okay, whoa. We get tons of comments, and Sophie right here, let's go. Broke it down with strategy, tactics, cross court to cross court. I love this, okay? And she's right. And I'm just saying she, these days you have to be careful saying she or he. So when you have to be careful. But this is a great comment. I love comments like that. Are you a player? Are you just a fan of the game but actually study tactics? Because that's a wonderful comment.
Yeah.
I love those type of comments.
Gene, who would you like to see if you could take out Nadal and you could take out Nadal and Djokovic out of the French Open? Who would you like to see in the final?
I would like to see Bublik and Tomic.
Gregor Zverev is better than TM right now. Wouldn't you agree? Yes, I agree. Doesn't mean puppy haters gonna do anything.
But okay, maybe in terms of like on paper.
She said no, just a fan.
Great comment though. That means you take your fanhood into playerhood. Let's go. Love that comment. Love it. A lot of fans only don't get into cross court to cross court. They're just like who wins, who loses, and if they get into stats, it's just first serve percentage, winners to unforced errors, etc. Great comment. Much love it. But on paper, you can't tell me that if you factor in psychology. So us as players, we have stroke production. We have first serve percentage, second serve percentage, blah 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 blah. Okay. What is the one thing TM has, though, that Zverev does not have, even though it was the result of a stupid throat? I can't.
Well, that's not going to happen anymore because
there's no line judges.
There's no line judge this US Open, so Djokovic has nothing to worry about.
Okay. If it wasn't for the accidental throat hack at the US Open because the lady couldn't dodge that shit. Dodge that. Dodge that thing, man. Get slow.
You heard what he said? She should have dodged it.
She should have dodged that.
Yeah, it was a surprise, but she should have dodged it.
She should still be ready.
So she should have been like ready Matrix style?
She should have done something because look, what happens when you're like at war and like someone comes around behind the flank? You're just gonna not look back because you're not supposed to think? You gotta always be checking your six, man. Check your six, man. You gotta be looking over your shoulder. Prepared.
I don't know how she was going to dodge that.
Preparation, girl. Preparation. Okay, always check your six. Always watch your six. But TM has won a major, albeit was because of an accidental throat hack. But he won a major, so the jitters are out. So if TM right now faced Zverev at the French Open final, and what's left of the big four with Murray, subtract one, big three, subtract one, Federer. Now you got the big two. So what's left of the big four, now the big two. I don't think that you can tell me that Zverev has a better chance than TM, only because he has won a major before. The psychology is going to be better.
Who, TM's psychology?
Would you rather have better psychology going into a major, or would you rather have, approximately the same fitness, but maybe a little bit less? And I think that's what we're asking ourselves.
I'll never choose Zverev, just saying.
Puppy hair?
Nah.
Hates Lindell, kicked him off
the court?
I'd
rather choose anybody else than him. All right, let's talk about something else.
Let's go.
The French Open qualies are going. I was a little shocked to see Tommy Robredo, 39 years old, still playing.
Love that guy.
Tomic loses to the 16-year-old Arthur Fils from France. Looks like Sangha. Pretty good player, 16 years old.
Yeah.
I thought good for him. Good win for him.
I saw that, yeah.
Tomic sucks anyways, but good win for him.
Tomic is a waste of time. He should stick with pornos with his girl on whatever it's called.
Okay.
True.
Troitsky wins. Another veteran. Golb is still playing.
Let's go, Troitsky. Let's go, Serbia. Vamos. Let's go.
I just put here Frantangelo. Go USA. I'm kind of joking, but...
Hey, what about this kid Musetti with the one-handed backhand looking all fresh and good?
He had a chance against Tsitsipas, but... McDonald playing Kokonakis. Kokonakis, remember trying to make a comeback? Yeah. That's a good first quali round. Irani, the veteran, beats...
Here's a poll question. In what year and in what tournament did Kokonakis beat Federer?
Australia?
I'm asking them.
Oh, I don't know.
What year and what tournament did Kokonakis unexpectedly beat Federer.
Yeah. Irani beats Vickery, the American, another veteran. Savannah wins, another veteran. So she goes through her qualies. I saw a couple of young girls, American girls, McNally, Osiwe, Batiste, and then On, who's a veteran.
Hey, Whitney Osiwe showed promise at least a couple of years ago.
Miami Open.
Yeah, who answered that?
A lot of people. Alex Couillard and Ryan Mason and Jean Schwartz.
Let's go. Whitney Osiwe has a very good story behind her. She just mentioned Whitney Osiwe, young American girl that's, I was going to say I don't know what happened here. Whitney Osiwe and Coco Gauff were kind of popping off at the same time. Whitney Osiwe kind of went away, and Coco Gauff is still fighting strong and working really hard right now, and just won her second title, by the way.
Yeah.
Whitney Osiwe.
In singles and doubles.
Yeah, two. Yeah, so that's her third title. She's won one. I think it was in France at Linz. I think she won now this one, and then she won doubles.
Linz is not in France. It's in It's not in France. It's in
Either
Austria,
way,
I think.
but the tournament is correct.
Yeah.
I got my geography wrong.
Parma. She won in Parma.
Whitney Osiwe has a good story too. I think her father teaches at the IMG Academy.
Yes, she
so
does.
She's in the academy.
But to me, I've watched her play, and to me, I don't see. I just don't see it. I see the same typical junior tennis. Just like McNally's kind of been stuck in that junior tennis, and Batiste, same thing. Coco Gauff has way past him. I mean, she beat Anisimova, who beat her at a U.S. Open junior.
Yeah.
I mean, what is that telling you? Coco's improving.
Exactly. About 3 or 4 years ago, now a lot of you hear Coco Gauff, and she's like, she's been playing a year or two. We've known Coco Gauff as a player for quite a while, as a junior player, and same with Whitney Osiwe. I think at one point in time, Whitney Osiwe and Coco Gauff are kind of like right here in terms of level. But Whitney Osiwe, I think, kind of plateaued. Like sometimes I talk about Lily, our own daughter, and I'm talking about my own daughter here. My daughter Lily, I don't find is very much better than she was a year ago, only because she pouts a lot.
Yeah.
She comes out to the practice court and she pouts. Like, we'll go out to the court and we'll just be warming up. All right, Lily, get the serves going. Let's get the short game going. Let's get the ball going back and forth. And she'll just hit a warm-up ball in the net. She'll be like,
yeah. We've talked to her about that bunch.
And then the next 2 hours on the court are a nightmare, and you just want to pull your own ear off and stab yourself in the eye with a freaking pencil, and then pull the graphite out of the other one because she's been pouting the whole damn time.
Yeah, we've talked. We need to hurry because I'm at 19% and it's 2:55.
I got that.
So
yeah.
let's talk to the next. Let's answer some questions because we're not going to get to it.
What?
And I have a couple of questions. Some people just asked.
The coaching is everything here.
Yes.
Coco Gauff and Whitney Osiwe were, in my opinion, as a coach, and for a long time, Carla the same way. I saw at one point in time 2 very young juniors. I'm talking 12, 13, 14 years old at the same level. Coco Gauff is now here, and Whitney Osiwe has somewhere way down here. Coaching, family life, connection with coaches. In this sense, Coco Gauff's father. Very tight connections.
I think she has other coaches, which is probably helping her, don't you think?
It goes to tell you that when you have a good team and you have happiness in that team, good things will happen, right?
Yes. All right, question. Martina Patron says, I think Coco's good, but not ready to go through quarterfinals, maybe in 2 to 3 years.
Agree totally.
I think we're giving her, we're trying to put her like there already. I don't think she's ready for that.
Well, let me ask you a quick question, yes or no. If you are playing the fantasy team, competition, if you want to play, just after this video or during it, whenever you watch it, go to our playlist, French Open Fantasy Team 2021 Seasons. Would you pick Coco Gauff as one of your fantasy team players, knowing that she's going to be worth 2 points apiece? She's seated outside of the top 20.
All depends on the draws. All depends on the draws.
So anyway, think about that.
All right. Yuri says, hey guys, can I ask a question that's not related to the topic? Yuri from Israel. Go ahead.
Go.
Shoot. Ask the question. Alex Figueroa said Coco's backhand has improved. Yes.
Agreed.
Kevin and Jackie Gunn. So much pressure on Stefanos, yet yes, he's played well, but he has beaten all ranked below him apart from Rude. Hasn't beaten Rafa, Novak on clay 2021, but close. So many good clay court players. Great stat drop
right there. Absolutely well said. Good research on that one. You can't argue the facts, right?
Yeah. While we're waiting for that question, Strasbourg is going on. So Putintseva pulled it out in 3 sets. Andreescu destroyed her opponent 6-1, 6-2. So like we said, Venus goes out. So people not playing the French Open. Shapovalov, Edmund, Pospisil. Here goes. George, Wawrinka. Murray didn't even try to qualify. Christine Flipkins and Howard.
You know, Flipkins can be a tricky player. Flipkins is one of those players on your fantasy team that you know she's a 2-point player. You know she's going to be good for potentially 2 or 3 rounds on clay. You have to think about Flipkins depending on her draw, as you just said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the question is, I watched the highlights from the Australian Open when Coco Vandeweghe beat Kerber and was wondering if you guys might know what's going on with her. She's still injured.
Vandeweghe?
Coco.
She said Vandeweghe?
Vandeweghe. I forgot. You know.
Vandeweghe.
Yeah, the one from
she played. Yeah,
she's Canadian, right? She was Canadian. She's still struggling with injuries.
Yeah, and she was working with the coach she was working with.
Matt Willander.
Yeah. I don't know how the energy went with that.
Pat Cash? Pat Cash.
Yeah, Pat Cash.
Okay,
Yeah. So I don't know how it seems like Coco Vandeweghe, you know, got hot and then she, you know, switched coaches and then all of a sudden it turned into maybe some early prima donna-ish type of trajectory. But what's the problem with Coco Vandeweghe?
She's American. I said Canadian.
Yeah, she's definitely American. She went to.
Oh, she's playing qualies against On.
Didn't Coco Vandeweghe go to UCLA or did she go to University of Virginia?
I have no clue.
That's Danielle Collins that went to Virginia.
I have no clue.
Anyway, what was Coco Vandeweghe's biggest issue? She was an ass. She would always be bitching about something. You know, look, tennis is a game of staying relatively straightforward. Ask Andy Murray. You know, Andy Murray.
She didn't play college, by the way.
Whatever. Danielle Collins is the same thing as. Danielle Collins is the same thing, in my opinion, as Coco Vandeweghe. They're the same type of snooty, bitchy player.
I just saw that she's playing the qualifying rounds against On. That's her first qualifying.
Greta On?
No, not Greta On. Where are you getting Greta On?
I don't know. Look it up. I don't know.
On, the tennis player.
Man, y'all getting all Spanish on me.
What the hell? Greta On. Who's Greta On?
Wasn't she like a gymnast or something? As I'm making something up in terms of who, why does this even matter?
Okay. Well, because he asked what happened to her. Christian.
There you go. I don't know.
Okay, he doesn't know anything.
I think she went to UCLA too.
now you're just making up stuff.
Exactly. That's what I'm telling you. Why are we... Look, Vandeweghe, just like Danielle Collins and a slew of Sophia Kenin, even though she got her one, they spend so much time griping at people. They're just always bitching at people. It's like... Anyway, enough said.
All right. Anyways, did you guys see the funny video on Feast? I'm at a low percentage right now. So
Well, show
and
it.
Federer... Okay.
You know, when Spanish Mama gets going, it's all like
it's
Speedy Gonzalez, we gotta go fast.
You do realize it's 3
And she won't slow down until like 12 o'clock tonight. And I'll still be like, damn, Speedy Gonzalez, you remember the little kids cartoon? That's her, listen to me now, like Nelly, but she's always going.
Man, Justin, you talk a lot.
Shoot.
No,
You got volume on that?
Okay, so let me rewind.
Lack of preparation.
Lack of preparation.
Lack of preparation, Harlan.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Lack of preparation.
Here we go. Well, you know, you gotta. Well, you can talk since you love talking.
She's talking because she has no idea what to do over there.
I'm trying for it doesn't rewind. Instagram doesn't let you rewind. Okay, here it is. Here's the video. Svitolina, Monfils, and Federer.
Make sure it's clear. Lack of preparation.
It's a big challenge for you, but try to relax your arm and you can do it.
Alright, here we go.
Did you show the whole video?
Yes, that's the whole video.
Oh, I thought it was like a whole bunch of.
No, I mean, that's the one she put on Instagram, and I didn't want it to get, cut out. What? I'm sure everybody's seen the video. She does it, and she almost hits him on the head, and then Federer does it and hits him right there. Do you guys think this was staged like their other video?
Parting poll question because she has to go pick up the children.
I don't. Someone's picking her up, but my phone.
So we just got saved?
Yeah, someone's picking her
After
up.
all that
But my
rushing?
phone's gonna die in a few.
So you just rushed me all that, and now we're
You just
now
talk a
we're
lot.
good.
You just keep going a lot. I mean, you keep making up stories.
Okay.
Seriously.
Here's the question, poll question. Choose one. Choose one of these people. If you had to pick one of these players, let's go 2. I'm going to read you a list of like 9 people. If you had to choose 2 of them to make it to the French Open / Roland Garros, this whole Roland Garros thing, I'm used to the French Open. I was raised the French Open. Okay, anyway, I'm going to give you 9 players. Pick 2 that you would choose to make it to the final. Ashley Barty, Aryna Sabalenka, Coco Gauff, Elena Svitolina, Iga Swiatek, Garbine Muguruza, Serena Williams, or Carolina Pliskova. Give me 2.
That I choose to win this?
If you had to choose 2 out of those girls to make it to the final, who would you choose? Barty, Sabalenka, Gauff, Svitolina, Swiatek, Muguruza, Serena or Pliskova?
I'll choose Barty and Swiatek or Swiatek, whatever her name is. That's what Martina chose too.
I agree with you.
William says Swiatek and no idea.
I
Gene
agree
Schwartz
with
says Swiatek and Barty. Michael Walker said Egan Barty. Jack Nolte said Egan Barty. Love to choose Serena, but no way Goff bit young.
Who said that?
Jack Nolte.
Jack Nolte.
Jose P
Look,
says Swiatek Muguruza.
Oh, let me ask Jack Nolte a question. Jack Nolte, I am willing to put up.
What else are you gonna put up?
I'm willing to put up 5-1 odds. I'm not going to the final, obviously. 5-1 odds, and the max I'm gonna put in is $5. So that means if you win,
You obviously love to bet.
I
Okay.
do, man. Okay. All right. This is for Jack Nolte, and I'm sure he'll win it on the action. 5-1 odds, meaning if you win my max $5 bet, I pay you $25 immediately, and if not, you pay me $5. Affordable, maybe so, maybe not. Okay. My thought is this: Coco Gauff makes a quarterfinal. Respectable.
Anything else?
The
you want?
last 8.
So I should.
5-1 odds.
anything
Coco
else you
Gauff
wanna
makes the
predict on?
quarterfinal.
Anything else? Anything else on the world?
Bets on the table.
Anything else
Anyone
on the
else
world?
want to take that?
Anything else you want to predict? Because lately you predict everything. Let's see.
Okay, I got some predictions.
What, is there
You ready for
another
this? Yeah,
prediction?
I got predictions. Number 1, the world is very difficult to live in right now. Everybody is going 100 miles an hour and no one has any patience. I can't go to a grocery store these days and find anyone that puts their grocery cart back where it goes. So if putting your grocery cart back where it goes is a microcosm of where we all are today, right now, at this point in time, then the world around me is 80% lazy. Okay. Grocery carts aren't going back where they are from.
Yeah.
Look, I come back home and I got a car on my ass like this far away. If I even tap the brake, bam, we're all done. We're done. Okay. And no one's got not time to do anything. No one has a pot to piss in, and we're all struggling. You name it. Bills are getting higher. Cell phone bills are ridiculous. However, I have a solution.
I don't think that you could say that the bills are getting high. Yes, inflation's happening. Yes, agree with you, William Chu. But I think people are getting lazier because the money's being given to them. So go ahead.
I have a solution though. Forget about all that stuff because look. I don't like saying things like that because
I said it. So
I think that every human being on this globe right now, I don't care what type of situation you're in,
but dose is a good thing.
needs a hug, needs kindness. I think that everyone should be allotted something, given that the richest 2% rule everyone else. I don't want to get into that here. It's not what this channel's about, so scratch that. Rewind. Edit it out, even though I don't know how to do that.
William Chu said we might need to increase our fees. Well, we can't because the courts are in bad condition.
Don't say that.
But I mean, they're not in normal condition, and we don't have bathrooms around us and water fountains. There's a reason why we charge that price.
Why would we need to increase our fees?
Because he says inflation.
Well, okay, yes. And long story short, where I was trying to get is this quote: "Be kind, because everyone you meet is fighting a tough battle." Look, it doesn't even matter if you're a billionaire. You're still going to have some type of emotional distress. You're still going to be stressed about this. Your wife might be cheating on you or whatever. Wow. I don't think there's any human being under the sun right now that won't be accepted to someone being kind to them. And I'll end it on that. Be kind, because everyone you meet is fighting a damn tough battle. And if you're watching this show, I can assure you you're fighting a tough battle too.
Central. We're in Central Time.
Yeah, and that's just it. Much love to all you guys. Don't forget to subscribe.
Jack Nolte says, so I'll say she won't. She won't make it.
She won't make the quarterfinal?
Yeah.
All right, you're in. So Jack Nolte, let me write that down. Hold on, because I have my bet sheet already. By the way, let's go. I went to Dollar General today. Boom, boom, boom. $2, $4, $6.
By the way, I've never heard Justin complain so much today. We went to Walmart. It took us an hour and change.
Hour and 10 minutes.
No one customer service. Nothing scanned right. It was just a whole hassle.
We got through that.
Yeah.
I have my fantasy team notebook. I hope to fill this up with competitors. I have my tennis racket giveaway notebook right here, so I hope to get that logged up. Oh, this is my fantasy team notebook. This is my show notes notebook, because this one's almost full. And by the way, I've already been studying for my fantasy team, because I got them right here. Hope to beat you then.
He hasn't. You haven't done well with Roland Garros.
No, clay is usually my worst surface for fantasy teams.
Yeah.
But this year I plan to break that.
I mean, as long as you guys put Nadal, you'll be fine.
Exactly.
Put Nadal in there. You have to. You can't go wrong.
All right, again, if you want to play the fantasy, if you want to be eligible for $250 cash, if you want to be eligible for a lot of prizes or a brand new tennis racket, one of them being a original 2007 Babolat Aero Pro Drive, same racket Nadal played with, same Hurricane Pro Tour Babolat strings on there, really nice setup. Just subscribe and then follow the rules on the video. That's on a separate playlist. French Open 2021 Fantasy Team Tennis Racket Giveaway Competition.
The women will be tough, Alex.
Yes, and Alex, that was my last note of the day. Thank you for that. I wrote it here in case he thinks I'm getting crazy, but Alex and I have the same brain energy right here. The women's draw will be incredibly hard to predict for the tennis racket giveaway or the cash, and that's why I made it $250 instead of our normal $100 or $150, and that's why I put a very rare tennis racket. Whether you play or not, you can sell it on eBay for a lot. You can put it on your wall if you're a Nadal fan like Wayne and Chia and make a shrine out of it. It's a very nice kind of rare thing in that condition. So don't forget to subscribe to it.
When's the cutoff? When the first ball
Yeah,
strikes.
the cutoff for the entries.
When the first main draw.
Yeah, the cutoff for the entries for your fantasy teams. And look, it's relatively simple,
Wait
guys.
for the draw to come out. You want to wait?
Don't do it now. Don't do it now.
It comes out Thursday. Jean
Yeah.
said Thursday, 6 o'clock. I don't know what time.
Yeah, wait till the draw comes out. Wait, because if you do your final match predictions for the $250 of the racket and they're on the same side of the draw, then they can't meet in the finals. Do me a favor. Do us a favor. Whenever you can. I know it's hard to sit down and turn on, watch some bozos talking all the time. But if you get a chance, go to our homepage of the channel, subscribe, and then I tried, as dumb as I am, I'm just a dumb human being, but I tried to make playlists for these things. So I made a playlist that said something along the lines of 2021 French Open / Roland Garros tennis racket prize giveaway. And I do that for generally every major we do this. And every rule is on there from the very beginning of how you do it and how simple it is and what you need to do. And even if there's a tiebreaker with another competitor, just go there, watch it in time. There shouldn't be ads in it. I turn that stuff off. Let me know if there's ads, by the way, because I didn't know for 2 years there was ads popping up if you caught this thing later. I just figured it out. I was watching one of our videos on someone else's deal because they told me they were watching it a lot. And I'm like, why does this keep stopping with ads? And I was like,
well, we knew some of them.
So I turned it off.
We had some of them.
But watch that. Understand the simple rules, and then all the competitions and all the teams will be placed in the comments of that video. So check it out. All right.
All right.
Guys, much love. Let's go. Qualies end this coming Friday. Draws will come out Thursday. Draws will come out Friday. Thursday
night. So
we will definitely on Thursday. We may not do another show till then because we have to get prepped for everyday shows for 2 weeks. That's work. We love it, but it's work. So we'll do our draws. We'll draw our draws out. Who we predict. So the next show, Carla and I will do a French Open draw breakdown. And we will announce our tennis racket giveaway finalists for the cash. So our men's finalists, women's finalists, and winners. And we'll also announce our fantasy teams. Now, we will not win our own prizes. If we beat you, then if we finish first and second, then third and fourth place would win. We just play it with you to talk smack. And we love to do that. But watch that video. Yeah. She's tripping over here. I can feel it.
He loves to talk smack.
Let's go. Watch the video.
Bye, guys. Show days, times approximately. We're going to do another show, Lori, when the draws come out Thursday.
Yeah, we'll do our...
I'll text you.
Yeah, we're going to do our complete draw breakdown, and we are going to announce our fantasy teams, and we are going to announce who we would predict if we were actually playing for the $250 in the tennis racket. We'll do that next show.
Yeah.
All right?
All right, guys.
Much love, guys.
Bye-bye.
Vamos. Let's go.